Good evening. In the previous lesson, we had learned the personal pronouns. In Turkish, they were ben, sen, o, biz, siz, onlar. When we want to say, of course, we mentioned the personal suffixes. You better watch the previous video to understand them again. To say iyiyim, I'm good. This is why we are saying iyiyim. Good is iyi, and this one personal suffix and points the personal pronoun who. Then we learned how to say things negative, positive, negative question, positive question, and how to do past tense. And then we did some conjugational work. If you didn't watch it, strongly recommended to watch the previous video. And now we're gonna start showing tenses in Turkish. I don't know if you are already familiar, but we are going to show here the most simplified way. Most simplified means normally the tenses you would need straight away to start talk on the street with the people. And we tried our best to make it more understandable. Instead of doing one by one, you have the full control. Let's just have a look at it. To make both languages, English and Turkish, club together to suit each other, we need to accept I would come equal I come. This is equal to even I will come. We know in English I will come is future tense, but most of the time when you do question and stuff, sometimes it is so close to simple or present tense, or in Turkish we call it white tense, covers all the tenses. That's why at the beginning, especially while we are learning, at the beginning we think they're all equal. In this case, you will grab all the tenses so easy. And present continuous tense, as it is, I'm coming. And future tense, instead of thinking I will come as future tense, we're gonna think I'm going to come is the only future tense in English. We need to accept this is the only future tense to simplify all the tenses in Turkish. In Turkish, there is only at the beginning one past tense, because even if you try to say I came or I have come, in Turkish both equal, and so we say we have only one past tense. This is the simplified way to understand, completely easy, to have the full control, all the tenses. If you accept this rule and this and that, you even need to think this is the only past tense, past perfect, I have come. So in the next bit, when we open this one, it's gonna help us to sort all the tenses in once and taking the full control in your hand. So what we said, I would come, I come, I will come. We said they are all equal and they are simple tense. We take them in this group because we are only refreshing our English knowledge. Because if you want to say, would you like to come? It is only a question and it is completely simple. You are only asking if they're gonna come or not. That's why even do you come, would you come, or will you come, they're all equal. There are not many or huge differences in between them. That's why we say they are equal, nearly equal. That's why we only put, when you see, for example, this one covers as positive, affirmative. It covers in English all them tenses. Present continuous, of course, this one is the suffix. This one for white tense, only one, and it covers all of them. Don't forget this. This one covers present continuous. This one, ecek, acak. This one covers I'm going to come, which is future tense, only future tense. And I have come is the only past tense. Let's start slowly. This suffix, ir, let's have a look. Before start, let's have a look at personal pronouns again. Ben, sen, o, biz, siz, onlar. If you watch the previous video, you know them anyway. You always need to repeat them personal pronouns like you're singing. Ben, sen, o, biz, siz, onlar. Ben, sen, o, biz, siz, onlar. Ben, sen, o, biz, siz, onlar. These were, depending on, of course, vowel harmony, these were personal suffixes. And when we use them, well, we have to use them, it points who the person is already, which is Ben. It is explained in the previous video. If you don't watch, please go and watch. So, verb, tense, person. All of them together. Gelirim. Verb, tense, personal suffix. Gelirsin. Gelirim means I would come, I come, I'll come. It covers all of them as we mentioned up here. It covers all of them. Gelirsin, so in this case, you would come, you come, you'll come. Gelir, he would come, he'll come, he comes. It covers all of them. So geliriz, gelirsiniz, onlar gelir. This was a tip and trick, remember, from the previous lesson? Onlar gelir. In Turkish, one thing, the verb, they never change the root, the stem, the core of the verb never changes. This is one of the easy thing in our language. They never become, for example, in English, go, went, has gone. In Turkish, all of them go, go, go. We only add the suffixes. For example, if you say you would come, if you want to say, that means gelirsin. You come, gelirsin. You'll come, gelirsin. We have to accept this equality. To make it present continuous, sorry. To make it present continuous, our suffix is yor. Depending on vowel harmony, this one, you'll see it as ir, ur, and ür. Depending on vowel harmony, it mentioned the previous video. And your present continuous suffix, depending on vowel harmony, you will see them as your, your, and of course your. Depending on vowel harmony, the future tense pronounced as ecek. But depending on vowel harmony, it can be ecek or acak. We call this one four ways vowel harmony. This one four ways vowel harmony because it has four different options. This one we call it two ways vowel harmony. And the past tense, it is pronounced as the, but of course you will see this one as the, do, and do, depending on vowel harmony. To keep the page clean, of course, but next time you watch the video with pen and paper, don't use any pen and paper just now. Just watch. But next time you watch After that, you can repeat. You can watch it again one more time. Then you can get your pen and paper and you can write all of them. I erase this. So we said this one simple white tense suffix. These are personal suffixes. See the change depending on vowel harmony, the personal suffixes. Yes. One more thing, because of the past tense suffix ending with vowel, which is, of course, E, we call this one E. Because of ending this one, it shortens the personal suffixes. Look, here, for example, they are longer. This one is shorter than them. See? So, past tense shortens the personal suffix. As a rule, remember this one. Let's repeat one more time. Simple tense suffix, ir, ur. 4 ways vowel harmony. This one, present continuous, it is pronounced ior. You will be seeing it as ior, uyor. But all of them same. This one, we apply 2 ways vowel harmony, whether it is ecek or acak. Of course, here, K, if the next suffix starts in anywhere, we call this one consonant mutation. This one turns into, for example, here, this one turns into the softer version of K. It has explained before too. So, ir, simple tense, covers all of them. Ior, pronounced, covers present continuous. Ecek or acak, depending on vowel harmony, covers the future tense. D can be di, do, and covers the past tense. Şimdi, ben gelirim. Sen gelirsin. O gelir. Biz geliriz. Siz gelirsiniz. Onlar gelir. Ben geliyorum. Sen geliyorsun. O geliyor. Biz geliyoruz. Siz geliyorsunuz. Onlar geliyor. Of course, now future tense means I am coming. The ear is nearly ing. This one I am, this one coming. I am coming. This one I am, well, I come. This is a little bit funny, but of course, well, there are some exceptions in any language. It would be perfect if it was same like the others, but it isn't. And we said ecek or acak, future tense. Ben geleceğim. Sen geleceksin. O gelecek, biz geleceğiz, siz geleceksiniz, onlar gelecek. Remember the trick about onlar. Watch the previous video to make it simple for you. So, in Turkish now, look, the verbs in no tense, they are changing. They're all same. There is, as pronounced, ir, covers all of them. This one, present continuous. This one, future. This one, past tense. In English, to make this one past, for instance, if you wanted to say here, I would come, let's take it this way. We are only refreshing our English knowledge now. To make it past, you say, I would have come. Present continuous. To put it in the past, you're changing am into was. So it changed 1 degree to the past. So the job is done. In the future tense, we said this is the only future tense. And to put this one in past, we simply change am into was. Am into was. So before we were saying I am going to come. Now to put it in the past, to make it past, I was going to come. Am turns into was. Here, it was I have come. We said we have to accept this is only one, only past tense. And you're changing have into had, which is past, you are making it past. Or you're changing the degree, let's call it. I have come, have changed into had, I had come. We call it double past. In Turkish, our past tense suffix is di. If you realize, we only applied the di depending on vowel harmony and consonant mutation. Here is consonant mutation because it is K, which is strong consonant. So that makes the D sounds a little bit stronger. But while learning, even if you say, while talking, even if you say this one, D or T, it doesn't matter if you are only talking, if you are only communicating. But if you are doing some academic work, of course, this is the correct form to write it. So, in English, you were doing this change, am into was, am into was, this one have into had. You were changing the degree, you're putting it 1 degree past. What we do in Turkish, We are taking the past tense suffix and we apply straight away after the main tense suffix here. We took the D, depending on vowel harmony, and this is the main tense, and this is to put it in the past. This one, future tense, let's call it future in the past, D, depending on consonant mutation, ST, we apply after the main tense here, so we did this change. And to put past tense into past, or if we say to make it double past, we simply, it was before this, D, see, here. This is the main tense now, and we put this one here, so we can call it double past, even. No need to get lost in between terms. These 8 tenses, which actually with that 2, it is 10 tenses. You can express all of your feelings. All of your feelings. This is really enough to talk everything tense-wise. Let's repeat it again. Ir tense covers all of them 3. Your present continuous. Ecek future. D past. In Turkish, the verb never changing. Like in English, for example, go, went, have gone. In Turkish, it is always gel. So to put them in the past, we are applying the past tense suffix just after the main tense suffix. And we are sorting nearly all the tenses. Remember before, our negative particle was me, me. See? Me. Me. That makes it negative. Let's make it. Right, whatever. This one probably will help us. Yeah, okay. Let's make this one a bit smaller. It's gonna let us. Okay. The verbs. Gelmek, shown, like that. Mek is infinitive suffix, so we take it off. In grammar, we show it with a hyphen. This is gelmek. And opposite of this one, not to come. Gelmemek. Gelmek, gelmemek. See? Now they're all negative when you put the me. Of course, in this tense, present continuous, or this one, there's a little change. The in that one, the drops. This drops. Probably it is hidden there. Yes. The drops. Because of this one starting with a vowel, probably that's the reason. But that doesn't happen the same in this one. But it is not a difficult thing to remember anyway. Before starting that one, let's sing our song again. Ben, sen, o, biz, siz, onlar. Equal to these people. He, she, it, all of them, o. Ben, sen, o, biz, siz, onlar. There is one exception here. With the first person and second person, instead of it is mes, well, they are actually normal, and this ones takes z, gelmez. There is only the exceptions here. So it applies here too as mez. Because if you realize, if you take this one off, gelmedin, then it will be just the same here. That's why that is the only difference to make these two different and express, of course, different feelings. I will just check if YouTube channel is going all right. Yes, different. And express, of course, different. After seeing this, let's just read it. Of course, as before, it is written like that. But when finished word, it is gelmem. Here, the particles, we make them together. While we are writing, it is gelmem. Ben gelmem. I wouldn't come. I don't come. I'll not come. All of them, remember the previous one? Yeah. Sen gelmezsin. O gelmez. Of course, they are connected to each other, just like here. Biz gelmeyiz. Siz gelmezsiniz. Onlar gelmezler or gelmez. Remember, to make our job easy, we had told this. We said this one, the drops. So I hide this one. Ben gelmiyorum. Sen gelmiyorsun. O gelmiyor. Biz gelmiyoruz. Siz gelmiyorsunuz. Onlar gelmiyor. Future tense as negative. Gelmeyeceğim. Gelmeyeceksin. Gelmeyecek. Gelmeyeceğiz. Gelmeyeceksiniz. Onlar gelmeyecek. Remember? And the past tense, ben gelmedim. Sen gelmedin. I have not come or I didn't come. But we think this is the only past tense. Gelmedim. Gelmedin. Gelmedi. And the past tense was shortening the personal suffixes. Applied all of them. That's why all the personal suffixes are short. Gelmedim. Gelmedin. Gelmedi. Gelmedik. Gelmediniz. Gelmedi. Who? Onlar. Same things here. You don't even need me to explain it again because it's all depending on this one. While you are using positive, you're using this one, then negative, this one, positive, negative. If you take this negative one off, this one, then it is of course completely positive now. Geliyorum. But if you put that negative there, then I am not coming. Gelmiyorum. So simple. How to make questions. Our question particle in Turkish is me. Depending on vowel harmony, of course, it can be mı, mi, mu, mü. It's applied everywhere. If buffer needs, it is there. That's it. The only thing, I put this colored bits because when the question particles applied, then it separates the word from, and it is written like that. Gelecek, midin. It makes it written separate. Me, question particle. That's why we call it question particle. And as much as I repeat this word, because I'm not saying question suffix, I'm calling it question particle. So because of you being here and that particle other than suffix, that means it separates. It separates it. So it is written separate as you see here. To do that, or to show that, I put colored areas here. We always going to repeat that song. Ben, sen, o, biz, siz, onlar. How much you involve with these things, you're gonna remember, and your mouth will get used to it itself that much. Yeah, that's why always repeat it. Ben, sen, o, biz, siz, onlar. Ben, sen, o, biz, siz, onlar. Ben, sen, o, biz, siz, onlar. Ben gelir miyim? Would I come? Here. Would I come? Ben gelir miyim? Sen gelir misin? Would you come? O gelir mi? Biz gelir miyiz? Siz gelir misiniz? Onlar gelir mi? Gelir miyim? Gelir misin? Would you come? Gelir mi? Would he come? Would she come or would it come? Gelir miyiz? Would we come? We're only changing. We put one example here for the first person. But of course, that is the structure. Gelir misiniz? Would you come? Onlar gelir mi? Would they come? To do am I coming? Present continuous. Geliyor muyum? Geliyor musun? Geliyor mu? Geliyor muyuz? Geliyor musunuz? Geliyor mu? Who? Onlar. Now let's read it. How it sounds while we are talking, Turkish people. Geliyor muyum? Geliyor musun? Because it is question. Geliyor mu? Geliyor muyuz? Geliyor musunuz? Onlar geliyor mu? Just the same. Just the same. Nothing is changing. We just fit the me in its position and we are just reading it. Gelecek miyim? Gelecek misin? Of course, when you say gelecek miyim, am I going to come? This is the only future tense, remember? Gelecek miyim? Gelecek misin? Gelecek mi? Gelecek miyiz? Gelecek misiniz? Onlar gelecek mi? Past tense. We said this is the only one only past tense. Yeah. Let's just read it because we applied everything and all the things done. Here, dotted group, undotted group, vowel harmony. Watch the previous videos. They will give the ideas to you. If you don't know it, you can watch it. This one, softening strong consonants, we call it. And these are softened strong consonants. P, Ç, T, K, P, Ç, T, K, they turn into B, C, D, G, depending on the next suffix. If it starts with vowel, these ones turns into the ones. You will remember whenever you see them, you'll always remember, and as long as you involve, it's not gonna be a hassle at all. Where were we? Here. To ask, have I come? We say, geldim mi? See, now the question suffix, when past tense, it is completely at the end, as because of all of them past tense, it's applied there too. But when it is only past tense, this one, they're always at the end. Remember that one. Geldim mi? Geldin mi? Did you come? Geldi mi? Of course. Geldik mi? Geldiniz mi? Onlar geldiler mi? You don't even need to use this one if you use onlar here. We had mentioned that one in the previous video very well. The rest is actually same. While learning language, the main idea is you need to do the conjugation always to make your mouth get used to how to say it. To know those rules is nothing unless you are using it, you are talking, you are reading, you are saying it to someone, you are hearing it from others. Other than that, they don't mean anything to know this structure. Talking is so different than knowing it. Gelir miyim? Gelir misin? Do the conjugation and read them always. Gelir miydim? Now question, simple tense in the past. Would I have come? Gelir miydim? If you look at them carefully, you will see, you will realize what is happening and you will understand more what I'm trying to say. In these tables, if you realize you have the full control, instead of course this is better, instead of studying those things individually. If you do individual works, sometimes you may confuse, but here you have the full control. You see all of them, all the tenses here. This one, question, applied, and past tense here, applied. And this is what they, of course, mean. Negative. Our negative was me, isn't it? But when simple tense applied, it was mez, remember? The rest, this one, of course, you will remember the e drops. So it is only me as a letter. And the rest is same. This one, negative and question. Negative and question. Question and negative comes from this. And this is a question. Would I not come? Gelmez miyim? Sing the song again. Even yourself. Ben, sen, o, biz, siz, onlar. Ben, sen, o, biz, siz, onlar. So, negatives applied. Here applied. Here, negatives applied. Here applied. All applied. Remember, it was gel and opposite of it, gel, me. Those are the verbs. This one positive verb. This one negative verb. This one only a little bit different. You remember this one, the e drops, falls, and comes this form. This one, that one, Gelme is the main verb, already negative applied. Just like here. Gelmek, gelmemek. It is just like saying to be or not to be. This one, to come or not to come. And then the rest of the suffixes applied whether to positive one or negative one. I think this is clear enough. Of course, always reading is more important than knowing all those structures. But when you learn this structure once, you know, it will always help you to learn quickly. Ben, sen, o, biz, siz, onlar. We sang our song again. We are reading it. Gelmez miyim? Would I not come? Gelmez misin? Gelmez mi? What was the colored area for? It makes them written separate. That's why I did that point there. Gelmez miyim? Gelmez misin? Gelmez mi? Would he not come? Gelmez mi? Gelmez miyiz? Gelmez misiniz? Onlar gelmez mi? Gelmiyor muyum? See, two vowel, they cannot come together. So they take buffer in between them. And it doesn't need here because this one's starting with consonant. So let's read it. Gelmiyor muyum? Am I not coming? Gelmiyor musun? Are you not coming? Gelmiyor mu? He, she, it. Are they not, is she not coming? Is he not coming? Gelmiyor muyuz? Are we not coming? Gelmiyor musunuz? Are you not coming? And onlar gelmiyor mu? Are they not coming? You should read yourself as well. It's not only, listening it. Listening is something, yeah, but you need to read yourself too, because in this case, you're not gonna get a tongue twister. Because if you look at the words now, they are quite long, and your tongue should get used to it. So better read it on and on again. Gelmeyecek miyim? Am I not going to come? Gelmeyecek miyim? Gelmeyecek misin? Are you not going to come? We had to accept this one is the only future tense, remember? Gelmeyecek mi? Who? O. Covers he, she, it, all of them. Gelmeyecek mi? Gelmeyecek miyiz? Are we not going to come? Gelmeyecek misiniz? Are you not going to come? Onlar gelmeyecek mi? Are they not going to come? Remember, this is the only past tense. Gelmedim mi? Have I not come? Gelmedin mi? Have you not come? Of course, when you want to say, didn't you come or whatever, you're still saying the same. This one, for example, did I not come? This one, did you not come or didn't you come? Or didn't she come? Didn't he come? Yeah. Gelmedim mi? Gelmedin mi? Gelmedi mi? Gelmedik mi? Gelmediniz mi? Onlar gelmedi mi? If you realize, I always put onlar there instead of using lar here, because in previous video that one was explained. Otherwise, these two swap its places. For example, when question, because watch the previous video, then you would understand what I mean. Just like the others, would I not come? And now, would I not have come? To make it past. Am I not coming? Was I not coming? To make to put it in the past. Am change into was. Here am change into was. Here have change into had. Here it takes have to make it past. And of course, come is a irregular verb. It doesn't change. But this one, normally, the third shape of come. Gelmez miydim? Would I not have come? Gelmez miydin? Would you not have come? Or wouldn't you have come? In English, of course. Gelmez miydi? Gelmez miydik? Gelmez miydiniz? Onlar gelmez miydi? Every now and then I give a little break. So in this case, of course, I let you to see the picture clear and think as well. Gelmiyor muydum? Was I not coming? Gelmiyor muydun? Gelmiyor muydu? Gelmiyor muyduk? Gelmiyor muydunuz? Gelmiyor muydu? Who? Onlar. Every now and then, of course, we need to remember the things. For example, this one, negative, me. Remember, depending on vowel harmony, they can be a little bit different. Past tense shortens the personal suffixes. Look, all of them now shortened. Mish, of course, we will explain it sometimes else. Tense conjugation. Right. Gelmek, gelmemek. Gelmek, gelmemek. Gelmek, gelmemek. Dressed, dress same. See? Gelmek, gelmemek. Dressed, same. Positive, ir, ur, depending on, of course, vowel harmony. But this one normally shown as this. And that star says, depending on vowel harmony, it can be ir, ur. But in grammar, it shows star and r. This one, mez or maz. You can show it this way as well. So in this case, you don't need to repeat this or that as well. So this one shown this, and this one shown This. Remember the previous video? When we write, for example, this, whoever talks English well, they would understand. Of course, some of the vowels missing, but that is completely breakfast. This one, for example, when you see, you will say, oh, missing. It is night, actually, but the vowel is missing. Imagine here, it is to get away or to ignore the vowel harmony, you can think this way. Present continuous, of course, was the suffix. And this one, M and your. Feature, it was ejek or ajak. So we write it this way. That one, we call it. Of course, there is me first, negative, and then our suffix called pronounced this. Past tense was d, di, do. If consonant mutation, t, t, tu. I hope you still remember. And negative, there is of course me first, then our past tense suffix, this. See? I put here, because of I didn't write onlar there, I put the ler. But while I'm reading, I always read it with onlar, of course. So whether you can do it this way, then you don't need the onlar. But because if you watch the previous video before, you will understand what I mean, because the suffixes are swapping its places. And to get away from that, or to ease your job, you can think, onlar gelir, just like that. But before you can write onlar gelir. Anyway, you will understand in time, that one. Or if you don't understand, you can still ask on Facebook group and we would still explain it. There is definitely somebody to answer that. If nobody answers, I can be late, but I would definitely answer the question as well. This is our template here. And I'm doing nothing else but the template. Gelirim, gelmem. Gelirsin, gelmezsin. Gelir, gelmez. Geliriz, gelmeyiz. Gelirsiniz, gelmezsiniz. Gelirler, gelmezler. Geliyorum, gelmiyorum. Of course, this is positive, this is negative, as it is here. We do positive and negatives here. We are only do the conjugation. And you need to do all them exercises with different verbs here shown. We will do some together anyway. Let's just read this one. Gelirim, gelirsin, gelir, geliriz, gelirsiniz, gelirler. Gelmem, gelmezsin, gelmez, gelmeyiz, gelmezsiniz, gelmezler. Present continuous, geliyorum is I'm coming, positive. And negative, gelmiyorum, I'm not coming. Geliyorum, gelmiyorum. Geliyorsun, gelmiyorsun. Geliyor, gelmiyor. Geliyoruz, gelmiyoruz. Geliyorsunuz, gelmiyorsunuz. Geliyorlar, gelmiyorlar. Future tense, positive, negative, explained. Geleceğim, gelmeyeceğim. Geleceksin, gelmeyeceksin. Gelecek, gelmeyecek. Geleceğiz, gelmeyeceğiz. Geleceksiniz, gelmeyeceksiniz. Gelecekler, gelmeyecekler. And we do the past tense with the same thing. Geldim, gelmedim. Geldin, gelmedin. Of course, when you say geldim, you mean past tense, I have come or I came. Gelmedim, geldin, gelmedin. This is the second person, you. Even if you are a beginner now, you got the idea already. Ben, sen, o, biz, siz, onlar. Those are the personal suffixes. It tells us who the person is. Geldi, gelmedi. Geldik, gelmedik. Geldiniz, gelmediler, gelmediniz. Geldiler, gelmediler. One's positive, one's negative. Let's have a look at another one. And let's do the conjugation step by step, of course. I did little work there already. Uçarım, uçmam. Same here. Yeah. Uçarsın, uçmazsın. Depending on vowel harmony, it was me or ma, remember, or mez, maz. Yeah. Uçarım, uçmam. Uçarsın, uçmazsın. Uçar, uçmaz. Uçarız, uçmayız. Uçarsınız, uçmazsınız. Uçarlar, uçmazlar. To do, of course, positive and negative. But when you do the conjugation, normally you can read it straight away with the persons. Gelirim, gelirsin. Straight away read it. Gelirim, gelirsin, gelir. Geliriz, gelirsiniz, gelirler. Negative conjugation. Gelmem, gelmezsin, gelmez. Gelmeyiz, gelmezsiniz, gelmezler. Always write them. There are mainly used, for example, let's say 100 verbs. If you do all them works for each verb, there is no way you will not remember or you will not learn them. Language is a thing you need to involve 24/7. 24/7 means not tiring. 24/7 means how a kid learning the language, because they don't know the language, they need to understand them, what's happening around and stuff. That's why even though they don't have a understanding platform, only from the body language and things, they understand and they learn the language. So as long as you repeat them, and they are busy with that one 24/7, they even dream in them language. Any native language, when you are a baby, still a foreign language, and without platform, without knowledge, it should be more difficult than how you learn. This was only a statement. Here I'll do the same thing. Depending on vowel harmony, uyur. I only copy, paste. The second person, sun, depending on vowel harmony. Third person doesn't take any suffix. Uçuyoruz, uçuyorsunuz, uçuyorlar, or, onlar, uçuyor. Uçmak, uçmamak. Now, depending on vowel harmony, and this one is completely this one. And now this one, uçuyorum, I'm flying. This one, I'm not flying. Uçuyorum, uçmuyorum. The job is done. Present continuous, positive, negative. Anything difficult? I think it is becoming, when we do the conjugation, it is becoming more and more easy. This one. Depending on vowel harmony, this one, we of course apply two ways vowel harmony. Because of U is the reference, we need to take it as reference vowel. So this one has to undotted, which is from undotted group, which is acak. Then the personal suffix. Look here. That K has to turn into softer version because of this suffix starting with a vowel. Okay, softer version of this one, that one, and this one also starting with vowel. So this one turns into softer version too. Because of undotted group, now this me going to be ma here, like the others here. Yes. This one, of course, going to be ma. But of course, that one drops. That's why. Uçmak, uçmamak. This one is completely this. Look, just like here, it is ending with a vowel. This one starting with a vowel. So two vowels cannot come together. So it takes Y buffer in between them. Same thing here too. Then, of course, the personal suffixes. I'm just taking this and putting here. The job is done. Uçacağım, uçmayacağım. Uçacaksın, uçmayacaksın. Uçacak, uçmayacak. Uçacağız, uçmayacaksınız. Uçmayacağız. Uçacaksınız, uçmayacaksınız. Uçacaklar, uçmayacaklar. Positive and negative. And if you read it this direction, uçacağım, uçacaksın, uçacak. Uçacağız, uçacaksınız, uçacaklar. Negatif, uçmayacağım, uçmayacaksın, uçmayacak. Uçmayacağız, uçmayacaksınız, uçmayacaklar. Now, the past tense. Because of this one belong to strong consonant, ç, that's gonna mutate the next one into one of them. Depending on vowel harmony, because of it is u, this has to be our choice here. Remember, past tense was shortening the personal suffix. I just take this one. I just put it there. So, uçtum, uçtun. Better color this one. Uçtum, uçtun, uçtu, uçtuk, uçtunuz. This one will. Of course, some of you already saying that has to change. And this one, uçtular, depending on vowel harmony. Uçtum, uçtun, uçtu, uçtuk, uçtunuz, uçtular. Past tense, to fly. So apply. And this one, of course, taking first, me, ma. Uçmak, uçmamak. And now depending on vowel harmony, the past tense suffix going to be ı. And this is gonna apply to all of them. Then the personal suffixes, I just put it there. The job is done. First, uçmak, uçmamak. Uçmak, to fly. Uçmamak, not to fly. Uçtum, uçmadım. Uçtun, uçmadın. Uçtu, uçmadı. Uçtuk, uçmadık. Uçtunuz, uçmadınız. Uçtular, uçmadılar. While you are writing, do all them conjugations. I will give the word list, of course, verb list. So you can put the video on. You can stop it when you're here. And then in front of you on the table, you can start writing on paper the whole conjugations. Because as much as you write, that much you learn. Göçmek, to immigrate. Kaçmak. I'm sure now you already got the idea and you can do it yourself. Göçmek. There is your template. Of course, this is undotted verb. This one, dotted verb. But is there a problem? No. This one takes er straight away. The personal suffix is im. This one, this. That one, sin. Was you. This one, taking no suffix. This one, is. This one, sin is. This one, ler. Or if you use it with onlar, then it is only göçer. Then you don't need the ler anymore. Explained in the previous video. I don't mind repeating that. Now you're gonna say it is a very long video. I like that Google Hangout because of that reason. While I'm taking the video, while I'm explaining presentation, it's already on. You can watch it live too. At the same time, it is stored in Google, so you can. It doesn't. It gives me the flexibility not to load it and blah blah again. I will do this one too. Then, of course, the other verbs, I will put it on Facebook. You can take them and you can do all them conjugation if you want to learn. If you don't want to learn, why you watching this? So the verb göçmek and negative verb is göçmemek. Göçmek, göçmemek. To immigrate, göçmek. Not to immigrate, göçmemek. Of course, without mek, which is infinitive, if we take the mek off, göçme means don't immigrate. Göç means immigrate, imperative. Of course, you know this one. For example, here, when we say uç, means fly. If we say uçma, means don't fly. Göçerim, göçmem. Göçersin, remember. Göçmezsin. Göçer, this one. Göçmez, and this one is off. I'm doing step by step, so in this case, you would grab these as well. I don't mind spending that much time on this one, but at least step by step, you see how it is done. Göçeriz, of course, me there. Of course, there is y, because this suffix is starting with vowel. That was one ending. That was ending with vowel too. So two vowels not coming together. We put the basic buffer in between them. Göçmeyiz. This one, of course, siniz, depending on vowel harmony, personal suffix. Doesn't need any buffer because of consonants. And this one, göçmezler. So this one belong to dotted group because of the vowel of the verb. The last vowel, of course, and there is only one, this one. So we take this one as reference. So depending on vowel harmony, this one, because of this one dotted group, that one starting with dotted as well. Because of same, I just copy it and paste there. This one also. Remember, this one also me. Of course, that's gonna be me now because it should be dotted group. So this one, I take it, I put it there, but this one was dropping, or the A was falling, remember? This one now, göçmemek, not to immigrate. Present continuous tense, I applied. Then, of course, personal suffix. The job is done. I'm not gonna read it again because the video is getting really, really long. Now this one we're gonna apply, depending on vowel harmony. Of course, this is belong to dotted group. So this one going to be, of course, ecek. That one I take, I apply all of them, and personal suffix gonna be depending on vowel harmony. This one, I'm checking the consonant mutation. Yes, this one starting with a vowel. That's why this one going to turn into silent G, we call it, and this one also because of this starting with a vowel. These two. The rest same. You would do the reading exercise yourself here in this section. Of course, now me comes negative. I put it here. Göçmemek. Of course, this Y we will apply everywhere. Then, of course, future tense. Then the personal suffixes. The job is done. All you need to do is writing them. While writing, read out loud to yourself. This one is the last example. Remember consonant mutation? It was making it because of this is a strong consonant, ch, at the end, this consonant. So it's gonna make the next consonant, if it starts with consonant, which is D, and starting with consonant. So it's gonna make it turn into the stronger one, and vowel harmony is gonna be dotted, so it's gonna be 2. Then I just copy and paste. Then I'm checking the personal suffixes. Past tense was shortening the suffixes. I take the suffix, I put it here, but then checking the vowel harmony. Here. And this one. Now we apply normal D because it's ending with vowel. So it's gonna be that. Because of it is dotted group, that's gonna be dotted. So that's gonna be D because E, E, and E, they all belong to dotted group. Dotted group means they have dots on them. If you check the vowel harmony, previous video, it's gonna tell you E is a member of the dotted group. Imagine that E has a invisible dot on it. Then, of course, the personal suffix. Remember, the past tense was shortening the personal suffixes. This one I take, I apply all of them. Of course, depending on vowel harmony, this is now will be with dot. And this one we apply two-way vowel harmony because of it is dotted group. So this is gonna turn into E. Now your turn is starting. After finishing this video, I will put the verb list. See, they are going. So you're gonna do this conjugation yourself if you want to learn. While you're doing it, of course, you're always reading it. You have your template here going to guide you. I have nothing else to say just now. Have a good night all.